Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy BDB, and today I have a video I want to talk about. So it is going on with college football 26. I want to give my honest opinions about it. Obviously, college football has been out for regular edition and MVP and deluxe edition. It's been out for some time, but I want to give my honest opinions about the game. So honestly, my opinions about it is I really do like the game. Obviously, I play Dynasty a lot. I'm mainly a Dynasty guy. I play Road to Glory. I haven't really gotten to go into that yet. I'm usually get into that later, but I'm really hooked on a Dynasty right now. I have played Play Now when the game first came out, just getting a feel for the game. I have not played no online modes at all. I do not play Ultimate Team. I do not touch that at all. And I don't play online head-to-head because mainly when I play college football, and mainly college football is known for Road to Glory and Dynasty. More so of Dynasty than Road to Glory. I don't know. You can kind of go off whatever you want to feel like, but mainly I'm more of a Dynasty guy than Road to Glory and an online guy. But the one thing I will say is I'll talk about a lot of things. I'll talk about Dynasty. I'll talk about a lot of things going on in college football 26. So first off with Dynasty, I do like how they made the energy feel different between two games. Obviously, I use Penn State because I've been said before the game even came out. So before you get in the comments, oh, you're using Penn State. You don't know how to use you don't know how to rebuild teams. Calm down. Literally, in my prior videos, I've literally been saying I'm using Penn State for my Dynasty team. You can check those videos out. And literally, last year, and I even said it last year in College Football 25, I was using Penn State. So obviously, I'm going to stick to the Penn State Nittany Lions like I did last year. It ain't like I'm using them now all of a sudden. No. Even when I played College Football 14, Road to Glory, Dynasty, guess who I was using? Penn State. At first, I used Florida State, and then I made another coach and switched it to Penn State. That's really how it started, and then I don't know what happened. It was just, when I saw the wideout, I just got instantly in love with Penn State. That's what happened. But outside of that, I love the difference of the two different games that they do, like the energy. And I posted on TikTok. It has reached 101,000 views, which I really do appreciate everybody who watched that video and made comments and shared and added it to their favorites and liked it and reposted it. I love it. Thank you so much. But I love the differences that they put into the game, and I'll play the clip here where when I played against FIU.
Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you.
On deck today, a rematch of the Big Ten championship game, Penn State and Oregon, when the Ducks prevailed. An emerging rivalry in this new-look Big Ten conference. Welcome to Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, and home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. West Shore home field at Beaver Stadium. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Street. Let's get this thing underway.
That the energy was kind of like low. There was energy, but it wasn't as much energy versus when I played Oregon, and there was like all the energy in the world. Like the intro, I could see the difference in the intros. Like the intro for FIU was about 21 to 22 seconds, but the intro for Oregon was like a dang near a whole minute. Like they improved the different energies in the game, which I really did love that they did that in the game of College Football 26, so that you will know when it is a big game and when it is just a regular small game. I really do love that. And another thing that I also noticed in the game that they didn't do with College Football 25, whenever I was with Penn State, and I did this against Indiana whenever I got a first down, that the crowd in the fourth quarter, when you're winning in the whiteout game, they'll start singing the goodbye song. I also posted that short of the different energy games and when they started singing the goodbye song on my YouTube shorts, so make sure you check that one out. But also did do that in the game where when I got a first down with Caden Saunders at the end of the fourth quarter, the crowd is like, nah, 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 nah. Hey, goodbye. Like,
And the back now goes in motion. First down, looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. He makes the grab. They've got him down, but the offense gets the first down they needed to just run the clock out.
I like that they added that addition to the game because Penn State did do that when they played Michigan 2019. If you guys didn't see that, then make sure you go check that clip out. But like I said, another thing that I did like in Dynasty was that, with the recruiting, it's a lot harder because I'm more of a recruiting I'm a recruiting person versus just playing the game. I obviously like playing the game, but one of my favorite things with Dynasty is being able to recruit the high school recruits. I don't touch the transfer portal at all unless it's like I really need you, then, or unless you're one of my friends now I did try to recruit one of my friends in a game or a guy that I knew, but they didn't come to Penn State. But if they go back in that portal, I'm gonna get them because I'm a two-time national champion. So obviously they might want to come to Penn State. But the one thing I do like in the recruiting is that the different hours of giving them a visit. If they're closer, that you spend less hours. So say if a kid's in Pennsylvania, I'm only spending at least 10 hours for him to come to Penn State. Versus a kid, if he's in California, I got to spend the whole 40 hours instead of just 40 hours regardless of where they are. So if they're closer, that's the less hours I got to spend. If they're further, then I have to spend more hours, which I do like that they put that little small detail into the game. I really do love that. Now, another thing that I did not like with the Dynasty and everything like that, which I will get into the things I disliked about Dynasty, was that I cannot somehow, some way, every game I cannot get out of rain games, which they did say an update in Dynasty where there is going to be less rain games, because every game it felt like I was playing in Dynasty. If there's 12 games, since there's 12 games in a season, out of those 12 games, at least 9 or 10 of those games I'm playing in the rain. And I'm just like, bro, I'm getting tired of playing in the rain, which I've gotten better with playing in the rain because every time I'm playing in the rain, I'm always throwing at least 3 or 4 picks a game. But this time I've gotten a lot better to where instead of throwing 3 or 4 picks, I'm at least throwing 0 to 1 pick a game, which it has gotten a lot easier. I will say that. So thank you to myself for being able to play in the rain a lot better. But I will say this, EA and Dynasty, they did put so much rain games in the game that it got on my nerves, and I was getting tired of rain games. And when I quit the game to try and play in the sun or overcast, I couldn't even get nothing. Regardless, I was playing in the rain. But I did like that they put an update to where rain games are less frequent and everything like that. So that I will give praise to EA. Thank you for putting that into the game. Now, another thing with Dynasty that a lot of people do not understand, they don't understand, is that you cannot edit the current players in the game. Now, the players that you can edit, if they are a freshman, or I think a redshirt freshman, you can edit those players. But if they are already established in the game, like Drew Aller, you can't edit Drew Aller. You cannot edit his stats. You can edit his gear, but you cannot edit his stats. You cannot edit the ratings. Now, say Anthony Varner, who is a freshman in the game, you can edit his stats. That's a stat you can edit. But Drew Aller, you cannot edit his stats. You can't. It's just something very true. You can't do it. If he's already established in the game, he's already established in the game. Now, another thing with College Football 26, which I do like in the Dynasty mode that they did, is that for the players, when you look at other players, I love that they put a trophy room for the coaches. I love that I can look at other coaches and see what they've done in their careers. I love that with other players that I can see their personal stats of different teams that they've been on. So say like 1 year they've been to like East Carolina, then the next year they transfer all the way to TCU. I can see what they've done at East Carolina and I can see what they've done at TCU. I really love that they put that feature in the game. It does so much more better. I love these different awards. I can see everything like that from that player, their traits. I love that EA did that. It's the small details that I really love that EA put into their game. Now, another thing with the EA that I will say that with college football 26 Dynasty that I do love, I really do love it, is that with the other teams in like the portal, it's more realistic. It's realistic. A lot of people have been complaining, "Oh, my guy's transferring after we just won the national championship." That's very understandable. There's a lot of players who leave after winning a national championship. Just because you win a national championship doesn't mean every player is going to stay. Because there's some players when I went from Penn State that like Dejon Lane, he transferred out because he wanted pro potential. That's understandable. I wasn't playing him like that. Well, he was getting a lot of playing time, but he wasn't getting a lot of playing time like that because when I'm winning by like 20 or 30, I'm taking him right out the game because I'm not about to have him getting beat up and then having him get injured. No, I'm not doing that. So he left because of pro potential. He wanted to get somewhere where he could get a lot more recognition. I don't know where he transferred to. I'm trying to find that out, but I don't know where he transferred to. But he probably went to a school that's going to give him more recognition because he wanted to leave Penn State because he wanted pro potential. Then you have other players like Specca. I have Anthony Specca. He wanted to leave, which I persuaded him to come back. He wanted to leave because of the playing style. So guess what? I let him come back, and then I switched my playing style so he can stay. So now instead of him being an all-time, I'm leaving your school, now I don't even see him wanting to leave because of the playing style. Because now he's starting to get more playing time and everything like that. And I'm also letting him play to what he wants to fit into. Now, credit, just because you fit him into the playing style, that doesn't mean that everybody else is going to agree to that playing style. So it's really hard to try and keep your players to, even if you're the best team, you're still going to have transfers because some players, they're leaving because of playing time. I have a player who wants to leave Penn State because of playing time, even though he has over 800 or 900 yards, dang near about to reach 1,200 yards as a slot receiver. He still wants to leave Penn State because of playing time. And a lot of people are saying, why would he want to leave because of playing time? The reason why is because, I'm not going to lie, when I'm winning by a lot, I just substitute everybody out. I do it. I don't have him playing the whole game. That's just how I be. But another thing I will say with college football is that I like that they put this update in with no more dropped interceptions. Because there's more in many, 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 many times in the game where I will be like, I have a good pick, and they drop it. And I'm like, there's no way. And there's many times, and I will say this, they did make that update, and I could see they made the update because when I just played a game against Illinois, instead of me, because that game I think I had 4 or 5 picks, and at least 3 of them were pick sixes. But out of those 4 or 5 picks, I know at least half of those or more, no, at least 60% of those picks would have been dropped if they did not make that update. They would have been dropped. So I love that they made that update, that EA is, they said, okay, no more dropped interceptions that are open. Now, if it's a 50-50 ball, okay, that's understandable. That's going to be dropped. That's understandable because both players are going for the ball. But if it's a wide open defender is booty butt naked about to get that ball, I understand that you'll be upset because it's like, wow, I dropped that, that type of thing. But other bugs that they have fixed, like I said, they have fixed a little thing where if you have a left-footed kicker, I've never really experienced it, where if you have a left-footed kicker, the kick can't be blocked. And they also did say that you could fix it to where if you have bugs with not being able to stop the ball, you just hold L1, R1, and then just keep hitting X. Obviously, like that should work. And then obviously, like I said, with the stiff arming animation, just flick down on the right stick and you should be able to go for his legs or the ankles. So, and credit, they will still be able to get stiff arm animations, but it's not going to be as spammed as it was before the update and everything like that. Another thing that I will say is a lot of players have been getting mad about the blocking. And I'm going to say this about blocking. If you do not know how to block and get the blockers to block in the game, it is really simple. It is really simple. All you have to do, and you know what the problem is a lot of you do? Every single time the running back gets the ball, you spam R2. Don't use R2. Whenever you have that football and you give it to your running back, I have seen major improvements in my blocking, and I get more yards whenever I'm not just spamming R2 whenever my player gets the ball. If your player gets the ball, do not spam R2, because if you spam R2, the defenders, they're going to shed the blocks a lot faster. The linemen are shedding blocks a lot faster. The linebackers, they're going to shed the blocks a lot faster. So regardless of what you do not click R2 as soon as you give your running back that ball. Because as soon as you give him that ball and you hit R2, those defenders will shed the blocks a lot quicker, and they're going to heat seek against that running back a lot faster. What you should do, as soon as you get the ball, just go up wherever you want to go with the left stick, and guess what? Then, when you have open field and you have open advantage, then hit R2, and then your player is gone. Because guess what? When you are holding the L stick and you're just guiding the running back wherever he needs to go, the linemen are going to go where the running back is going. The linemen are going to move. Like, there's been multiple times where I just hit R2 just to see what happens, and the linemen, they just get shedded. Versus when I'm holding the left stick, the linemen, they'll block one guy and then they'll go to another guy. Then they'll go to another guy. Like, they will actually be smart if you don't spam L2. I mean, not L2, R2. Or if you spam RT for Xbox users. A lot of you don't understand that rule because you just hop straight into the game. No, you got to get accustomed to the game. You got to get accustomed to the game. But that's my part 1 of this video. I will be dropping a part 2 to this video, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will have that part 2 out for you.